Good morning, everybody. I'm not driving yet. So, it's about 35 minutes before start time right now. Let's put you guys up here. It's about 35 minutes before start time, and um, so what I have to do is sign in to the scanner thing. And I gotta put the miles in for my truck and all that. So, but what I'm gonna do this morning is I'm gonna go through my truck and make sure everything's in order today. I normally don't get in here until right before start time. But today I got here a little early. I'm gonna kind of try to make it smooth. It won't cut down the time that I'm gonna take out there, but so I gotta sign into my scanner. We call it a board. I have about 140 miles already to drive. I don't know why it's lagging so much. Six-side search? What's that mean? So, what's up? How you doing? We got some buzzing going on in the background. All right. So as you can see, this is my day. All this right here. So I don't know how I'm going to do this, because I have to go through my truck, right? So I can try to just hold the phone and do it. So the goal is to get everything in number order. So we have, the belt stopping, yep. You see this. There's Bryce. That's Bryce. He's one of the best loaders we have. If you have him in as your loader, he's good. 1339. Belt stopping, belt starting. We're all gonna die. So I could do this one-handed. We're just basically I'm trying to keep them in number order because that's how I like to find the packages. 43rd Street, cool. I'm just doing, I'm gonna put this down, so I'm sorry. I'm gonna put this down, and then I'm gonna load. I'm gonna organize everything real quick. The guy that loaded this truck he's good too. Like everything's already in order. Like I thought I would need to organize this stuff, but to do anything. Like whoever loaded this did a good job already. I could already see it's already starting to be organized, so I don't really need to do anything. Plus, if I don't organize my truck, it usually helps me get more time on the road. Because you don't want to go too fast. So I got air freight too. Like I have stuff that needs to be done by 10:30 or 12 o'clock. Sorry. So let's see what else we have out here. I think we're gonna get one more air. One more air.
One more air. That's it.
Is it?
Yep.
Yeah. All right.
What, did you?
Yeah. 7182. Oh, there it is. So I was looking for. So before we get to our truck, we know how many airs we're expecting, and one of the airs is right here. That I was looking for, because those are priority. People pay a lot of money for those. They're like $1,000. Everything looks pretty good in here. Like the guy, whoever loaded it, did a good job. Yeah, nothing's gonna ship too crazy. Gotta make sure the back door closes good. You see. Sometimes if they load it too close to the back, that the door won't shut. What did I do with my spitter? So now we just wait till 9:30. We got about 25 minutes still. And so we're gonna just chill. There's nothing else to do. These guys did a good job, and check my gas, make sure the gas is good. It's good. There's a long line of trucks. It's a huge operation. It's pretty crazy how much work we do and how much money we can make here. It's like, if you think about it, it probably costs about 500 times like 100 is what? 50,000? What's 500 times 100? So basically you have about 400 to 500 people working out of here like during the week. So you times that by like $400 or $500, a day. That's how much it costs for UPS to pay us to deliver all their stuff. We're like, it's a lot of money going into just paying us. That's not including the fuel costs, all that stuff. I woke up, took a shower, took my wife to work. I came in a little bit early today just to kids just wanted to chill, I guess, before I go out on the road. I'll be out there until like 7:30 probably. I volunteered to work on Monday if they have an opening, because that'll be like straight overtime. I want to sign up for Monday, but I don't want nobody to know about it because they'll laugh at me for working on Monday. Like, people are like, why are you working Monday? You're such a loser. But it's all about the money, really. I'll be tired by the end of the week if I work 6 days, but there's a difference between $400 or $500 in my paycheck, so I gotta consider doing that for like a year. I'm like still waking up. I got 2 more monsters in my bag. Yep, we're just waiting for 9:30 now. It's coming. It's gonna be a little bit wet out. You can see. It's hard to see out the door, but I'm just waiting. Watch out. Keep your arms inside the car at all times. I don't know if I'm allowed to even do this, like do live stream on the phone, but I'm doing it anyway. Like if I'm allowed to do it at work. They're still getting more stuff. There's another air delivery. Still getting more stuff. I gotta drive like 150 miles today. On the screen, it said I have 135 miles, but it would be more like 150 every Saturday. They said we're done, but I just found another air, so that gives me 6 airs. It's like a fine line between like trying to make. I'm gonna try to make 350 today. Like 10 hours is like 350. I'll tell you right now, like also, if anybody is interested in working here, I would say like by the peak season this year, we're gonna need a lot more workers to drive. Because right now, we're like getting spread pretty thin. Like even me as a younger driver, like, well, younger as far as time, we're getting more work right now. Like people are doing like a lot of hours right now, so, and they don't have enough drivers. So if you were interested in becoming a driver, I would say come in and get as soon as you can and be ready to go through driver training for the peak season. So what happens is people get hired as a loader, but then you go to the center managers, and you ask them to become a driver. Like when you come in to be a loader, you have to do a good job, like you have to like show up on time and do your loads properly, like don't screw it up. And then, I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect every day, but you come in, preload, go to a supervisor in the centers. Like we have 4 centers, and they all have management. And go to them and say, hey, I want to drive. And then when it comes time for you to be selected to drive, as long as you did really well on preload and showed up on time and did your job, that you should, everybody's watching everything you do, so it's really important to come in and do your work. And then, like I said, you get trained to be a driver. So you could end up being trained before the holiday season. And then when November comes, you'll probably be on the road. And then you'll have to qualify for like 30 days. It's called probation. You'll be on probation for like 30 days. And then if you get through that without any accidents, then you're automatically like considered a driver, but you might have to wait for your seniority, but I don't think it's going to take long if you come in to get your seniority, because they're going to need drivers next year. This is just my profession, my opinion. It's not really a fact, but I feel like if you did start now, there's a good chance that you could come on as a preloader and then be driving by the end of the year. But the challenge is after you drive for the peak season, what'll happen is you'll go back to preload when the freight starts to die down. What's up? Sorry. There's nowhere to go. You got it? When you move a truck? So, yep. So the you go back to preload after like in January, once the freight dies down, and then you just do preload for like another year until they need you to come back. But I'm telling you, it won't. But once you make your seniority, then you're basically in the company. You know, like your time is starting to accumulate. So like, let's say you become a driver, like you get your seniority as a driver, and even though you're on preload, that's already, your clock is ticking to the 4 years of top rate. So that's what happened with me. Like for the past couple of years, we got sent to layoff. We got laid off like the past 2 years, and this is finally the year that I'm steadily working every day, and I only have until October until I get my top rate. So that'll be like $47 an hour. So if you're willing to like you have to put the time in, you know, like you have to pay your dues in the first like 4 or 5 years. But eventually, if you do a good job, you know, you can make pretty good money here. So I'm finally at the point, I'm at third year progression. So the third year is like a little bit over $30 an hour, and then after that you get top rate of 4 years. So if you were following along, if you didn't follow along, it's okay. Go back in the video and you can look at it. But the best thing to do is just be patient with this company. And you know, I kind of try to just get my stuff together in the morning and just go to my truck and just go to work, you know. I generally don't want to be like drama. I don't want to have any drama with people around here. It's hard work though. Like if you do start working here and you're not physically capable of doing it, I would suggest like going to the gym. Like after doing preload or something, you get a gym membership and just get strong. You know, if you're not strong enough, just like come into preload and just look at these boxes that we have to carry. Those are big. There's a lot of big stuff. You know, there's a lot of big things that we have to carry. So you would have to be in like physical shape, you know, to do it. Like we walk 8 miles a day. Like some days I'll walk like 8 miles. Like not only just driving the miles or delivering the packages, but when you go from door to door, sometimes the yard is like an acre. So, and you can't always go up the driveway. So you're stuck trying to carry the box, like sometimes up a hill, you know, like about 100 yards before you get to the door. So you have to be kind of physically fit and strong and tough, and you have to be a good driver. Like you can't drive like you drive your car. You have to drive like a professional, because we have these cameras now. These cameras right here. It's called lytics. It basically measures everything and makes sure you like it checks for like running red lights and running stop signs and speeding and following distance and all that. So if you did drive, that will track everything you do, and the management can see everything that we do. But it's pretty easy not to get caught with anything, because if you just do what they tell you to do. My biggest issue is when I get out of the truck. Sometimes I don't. There's a bar right there. It's behind my bag right here. We're supposed to use that every time we go out the door, and I tend not to do that because I feel like my 3 points of contact is different from other people. They want you to have 3 points of contact, like climbing in and out of the truck. So a lot of times what I'll do is, when I close the bulkhead door, this door, I actually hold on to the handle as I go out. I hold on to the handle a lot because that's like my 3rd point of contact. And they would kill me if they saw me doing that. But for my comfort, you know, I feel like it's the best way to do it, because that door is pretty strong. Because I carry the packages in my left hand a lot, and then I'm grabbing this with my right hand, so I'm just going out the door like in my own comfortable way. Because you get in and out of this truck 200 times a day, go up and down these steps every day. It does take a toll on your body. And if it gets too painful, all you have to do is just take some Advil. Take some Advil. Yep. But we're gonna have PCM, which is like a meeting. Every morning we have PCM, and it's like usually 5 minutes before start time. So I'm gonna go over there in a few minutes, like 2 minutes or so. I'm gonna turn this off and go over there. But UPS is pretty good. Like it took me like 3 years to start getting comfortable money, you know, like where I can get comfortable about making money and having money to do what I need to do. Like it's definitely cut down on my hours lately on playing video games, because I get here at like 8:30, and I'll work all the way up until 8 o'clock at night. And so when I get home, all I want to do is just take a shower and go to bed. So it definitely it's more like a lifestyle than a job, you know. Your whole life revolves around it. I'm trying not to spit on the camera. What's up, Liz? I'm getting ready to do real life farming simulator. Farming packages. I ate 4 eggs this morning. I had 4 eggs. I had some granola bar. We got guys moving. And then I had, Monster. I have a Monster ready to go. And then, so we're just getting ready to go. But obviously I cannot live stream while I work. I mean, in theory I could, but my battery would die on my phone. So I'm gonna go to PCM. Liz, nice to see you. I will be back later tonight. I'll try to get on my PlayStation tonight when I get done work. Just stay safe out there. Have a good weekend, guys, if I don't see you. Have a good night.